widgets, the notification system, multitasking, not to mention all of the awesome applications. So for Honeycomb, we focused on taking all of the things that people already love about Android and making them richer and optimizing them for the new hardware.
Can you show us a few of those today here?
Absolutely. All right. Okay. This is Honeycomb running on a tablet. Can we project that, please? Okay, let's take a look at Honeycomb in action. The first thing you'll notice is that there are no buttons on the front. All of the navigation controls are at the bottom of the screen, and they're virtual. They're drawn with pixels rather than paint. This has a couple of advantages. First, it means that the controls are always down, no matter how it is that you're holding the device. Also, the controls can reconfigure themselves depending on what you need to do. You'll see a little bit of that later on in the demo. Above the navigation controls is our new home screen for Honeycomb. Like previous versions of Android, you can customize your experience with widgets and shortcuts. For Honeycomb, though, we've made the widgets a lot more powerful. Let's take a look at the widgets that I have. Here I have my Gmail inbox. This is a great way of just at a glance seeing if there's anything important I need to deal with. Here's my calendar, and it's telling me I need to be here. And here are the bookmarks from the browser. On this screen, I have some shortcuts to contacts. I can use these to keep track of their status and also quickly to email or IM my contacts. Here I have a YouTube widget showing me what's popular on YouTube. And then back over here, I have a couple of family photographs. So I already have everything at my fingertips, and I haven't even launched any applications yet. This shows what you can do with an operating system that was designed from the ground up to support multitasking. In this case, I'm letting Android do the multitasking for me, so I don't have to. The system is working to find information that is useful and relevant to me, and it's bringing it forward and keeping it all up to date. You can also see that we have an entirely new visual design for Honeycomb. We were aiming for something that is futuristic but familiar. It's like the kind of UI you've been seeing in sci-fi movies where everything is 3D, it's controlled by gestures, and information reses in when you need it and it dereses when you don't. Now, because mobile devices are very personal, people have always loved customizing their Android phones. And we've put a lot of work into making that easier than ever on tablets. So for example, if I want to add a new widget to this screen, I just tap the plus up here. Now here I can see all of my customization options in one place. There's widgets, shortcuts, wallpapers. We also have previews of the widgets, so you know right away what you're going to get. So if I want to add a clock to that screen, I just tap it, and it flies into place. If I want to move it, I can just pick it up and drag it where I want. Let me add another widget. In this case, I'm going to add a books widget. Drop that there. This widget is showing me the books that I've purchased from Google eBooks. It gives me quick access to what I'm currently reading. It's kind of like a virtual nightstand. Now, I could spend all day talking about just the home screen, but I want to show you some other apps as well. Let me start with the browser. I'm going to use my bookmark widget to open the New York Times. New York Times is opening. Now, if you look here, you'll see something very familiar. All of my pages are in tabs at the top of the screen, the way nature intended. You can see I had previously opened Gizmodo here. And I have New York Times in this tab. And I can create new tabs, switch between tabs, close tabs. It's really like a desktop experience. And the Honeycomb browser now has other desktop features as well, like incognito mode, autofill, and bookmark sync with Chrome. Let's look at Gmail. This app has been completely redesigned for tablets. It's got a nice minimal design, and it's actually now my favorite Gmail client. You have quick access to all of your labels down this side, and across the top there are icons for common actions. Now, watch what happens when I select a message. Here's the icons up here. I'm going to select these three messages, and you saw that the icons flipped to show the actions that I can now take on these particular messages. So, hiring plan, important announcement, product roadmap, archive that. Very satisfying. But this message, this looks more promising, so I'm going to read that. Dessert recommendation, bring some chocolate bags. Okay, that looks good. So one of the strengths of Android